Hey guys, it's Sam with Spieler Custom Baits, and today we're just going to be tying up a pretty simple football jig. I'm going to be starting out here with a 3/8 ounce Arvidine football jig with no weed guard. We're going to be starting out also with a 210 denier tying thread. We're going to be going all black on this one. All we're doing is we're just wanting to present a profile. They're pretty versatile and can be used with many different types of plastic baits for trailers. And we're just going to start by tying in that first section, laying down some groundwork to tie these in. And we're going to cut off our tag end. And the silicone tabs I'm going to be using today are a black with purple flake, just to give it a little bit of reflectivity in the water for some reaction. I'm going to take that first silicone tab, lay it over, put it in the skirt holder, and just do a couple loose wraps. Reposition that where we want it, and then we're going to pull down and give it a couple of tight wraps. We're going to take another tab and do the exact same thing with a couple of loose wraps in there. Rearranging the skirt. And pulling down and tying that in and giving it a couple of tight wraps. And we're going to grab one more. I want this one to be a little bit fuller. And we're going to loosely tie that in. Arrange the skirt where we want it on the jig. And then we're going to pull down and tie that back in. And we're going to finish this off with a couple of whip finishes. And we're going to cut off that thread. I finish all my jigs with a wire. I find that the wire just, number one, holds it in place better, but number two, it has the durability that you're not going to get from the thread alone. So I'm using a 22 gauge wire here. Crank down on that just a little too much. Get a good 3 or 4 wraps in, depending on the jig. And then you're going to twist. And then you're going to use pliers to finish that twisting off to make sure that it twists so that it's flush to the actual jig head. was undoing a couple wraps there to reposition. Then we're going to get a couple of good wraps in here in a second. Making sure to stay clear of my skirt. Then we're going to take our wire cutters and cut leaving about 3 to 4 twists from the jig head. And then we're going to take that piece that has the twist in it, and we're just going to bend that right back into the collar, right along those other lines. And then we're going to cut our skirt. And the top end of the skirt as well. Just keeping those even. And there we have our finished football jig. These jigs are really good when you're just wanting to present a profile. Just creating a shadow in the water. These can be used with any type of trailer as well. Crawl, grub. And because they're football jigs, they stand up straight when they hit the ground. Thank you guys.